Hello, my name is Amber Brown, and you can also find me on www.infamous.brownarts.com, the creative media and marketing baddie. Also, I do have a blog, which is called The Constructive Gaze, and that is actually an arts blog, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Let's get back to my portfolio. First, I'm a graduate student in public relations at Full Sail University. Now, since being in the program, I have had many opportunities to learn how to do branding, marketing, campaigns for different types of industry. And I've come to realize, especially coming into the program, that I really want to continue working in the arts. I'm coming from an education background where I taught high school at a local magnet school for the arts, and I did a lot of great things with those students, and I really hope to be able to continue promoting the arts as a public relations professional, and in the capacity of maybe working for a museum or some local galleries. I have already worked at a local gallery, been able to help out with their social media marketing and campaigning work and rebranding for that gallery. So then you can also see that on my YouTube or on my portfolio site. You can see any of my works that I have done recently. Also, coming into this program, it was almost a natural progression that I kept fighting for quite some time, because I was like, oh no, should I be going to grad school? Should I do this? Well, you know what? You should always follow your dreams. You should always follow what makes you very passionate, like what you're very passionate for. I came to the realization that I wasn't really passionate about teaching, and I didn't see myself retiring from that, if we ever do retire in life. But I feel like I wanted to wake up every day and just be excited for what I do. I know that I wake up every day and I'm excited for being in this program. So the things that I've been learning has just been wonderful, and I would love to share that with you. So let's talk about Infamous Brown Arts. Where did that name come from? It's a little weird, right? But it's not. Okay, as a former educator, I was Miss Brown. I'm Amber Brown, Miss Brown. So Infamous is actually a play on a street. Like, I really do love street art, and I love pop art and things like that, and I was actually very connected to that scene when I was younger. So Infamous is actually a nickname that I had, and it's also to kind of like the personality, the persona that I took on, and I created my brand based around that. Infamous. Everything I do is always going to be at the top. It's always going to be something just it's going to break boundaries, and I love that. I definitely love what I've been learning. I definitely love what I've been learning so far, and also the opportunities that I've had. As I mentioned earlier, I have been able to work helping out with a local gallery, and that made me even more so realize there's this need in this area to assist artists and creative professionals with their public relations work and their branding and their marketing. I feel like a lot of the times that they take on so much as self-employed individuals, that they tend to kind of fall to the wayside when it comes to like promoting their brand and also to creating a brand. It kind of falls to the wayside. So definitely that's why I started The Constructive Gaze. The Constructive Gaze is actually a play on art terms, and I'm using that blog, which will eventually be a podcast, to help to promote the arts in this region and highlight individual creative professionals. And I say creative professionals because it's not just about visual arts. It's about anybody that's choosing to have a life as a creative professional. So you can be a tattoo artist, you can be a musician, you can, but however you choose to focus your energy into this, like creatively, I want to be able to promote you. and I want to promote your work. But I would also like to use the constructive gaze as a way for the outside audience, whoever whoever I'm interviewing, this target audience, I want them to also not only get that intimate portrait into the artist or to this creative professional they follow. I want them to also see that this person works very hard and is working, this is their brand, this is who they are, and really promote that. So when we're constructing the way that our audience looks upon us as creative professionals, so constructive gaze. I'll also have on that site, my blog and my podcast, I like to talk about like marketing tips and branding tips, and eventually even spread it out to where I offer workshops and stuff to creative professionals to help to promote this, to learn how to promote themselves and create a professional image for themselves in the public eye. I'm very passionate about that, and I'm very passionate about the arts, and that's why I definitely want to work in the arts when I graduate from this program. I really hope that maybe one day I can work at a museum as a public relations specialist or in public relations marketing. I realize that a lot of the time, especially in certain fields, like you might have to wear a couple of hats. I'm used to that. I've had that experience. So yes. I do have I have a very strong background in media arts, and I definitely have no problems with utilizing that. So it's very exciting. I definitely love the fact that I had this opportunity and things worked out for me to be able to take time out and focus on being a full-time graduate student. This has been a great experience, and I can't wait to post more things. And I really hope that you do choose to follow me and monitor my work. I would love some feedback. Thank you, and have a great day. Have an infamous day.